What is going on, everyone? I am the YuGiOh Scrub, but today you can call me the Freaky Fish Guy. It was incredibly hot out in the sun today working. Get home, had to let the dog out. It was still hot out. The apartment's warm. I just took off my shirt, but it's fitting for today because we are playing the Legendary Fisherman, and he's shirtless too, so I'm the Legendary Fisherman today. That's what you can also call me. Mako Tsunami, the Freaky Fish Guy, the Legendary Fisherman, I don't know. But yeah, that's what we're doing today, a shirtless video, but you will not see my nipples. Regardless, let's talk about this because we are continuing with our trend of playing different anime character decks. Of course, Mako Tsunami, like I have already said. Really fun character, you know, throwing harpoons at people. Don't worry, I will not throw a harpoon at you through the computer screen or phone screen, whatever you're watching on. What do you guys watch it on? Computer, phone, TV? What else could there be? I don't know. iPod? Regardless, let's talk about this deck real fast, because it's a fun one. There's plenty of better ways to play water, whether it's with a Legendary Ocean. Typically, that's the best water card, so you're going to run it, but you can also just run the regular Umi, or Umi Ruka, whatever it is. But a Legendary Ocean and the Legendary Fisherman are meant to go hand in hand, even though they kind of counter each other, and let's talk about that. So a Legendary Ocean, you guys know what it does, gives every water monster 200 attack and defense, and it lowers their level on field and in hand by 1. So it allows you to normal summon the Legendary Fisherman because it's being treated as a level 4, and it's an 1850 attack monster, which is reasonable. The bad thing is, the Legendary Fisherman has an effect while Umi is on the field, which of course a Legendary Ocean is Umi. This card is unaffected by spell effects and cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking directly. So, if he's the only monster on your field, your opponent can attack your life points directly, which is why we're running 3 Sakuretsu armors, just because we need to kind of stop that. As well as the fact that because Umi's on the field, he's unaffected by spells, but Umi is a spell, so he doesn't gain the 200 attack and defense, which is really annoying. Just one of those old cards. I feel like it should have been worded where it's unaffected by your opponent's spells, though it kind of also works in our favor, and we'll talk about that in again 1 second. But the bad thing is because it doesn't go to 2050 attack, it can't get over a set Gravekeeper's Spy, or just a defense position Gravekeeper's Spy. And that is unfortunate because Spy is so prevalent in the format, but it does work well with just the kind of water core that we're running of Triple Mother Grizzly, double Nightmare Penguin, because we want that boost that Nightmare Penguin can give the Legendary Fisherman, so it can get over Spies, and just other things in general. Couple Aqua Spirits, 2 Mermaid Knights, 2 Amphibious Bugroth MK3, and then 2 Abyss Soldier and the Tribe Infecting Virus, as well as Sinister Serpent and Sangan. The card I was talking about that kind of also works, though, where because you're not affected by spells, well, not you are, the Legendary Fisherman isn't affected by your spells, you can run Level Limit Area B, and already with the Legendary Ocean on the field, all your Level 4 waters are able to attack under Level Limit Area B, or not attack, but just don't go to defense. And the Legendary Fisherman, even though it's Level 4, it's unaffected by water. Oh my goodness, guys. My brain. It's roofer brain. It's unaffected by spell cards, including your own, so Level Limit Area B will not change it to defense, allowing you a pretty beefy monster that can continue attacking while your opponent's monsters are stuck in defense position. We're not playing the Gravity Bind in the main. We can bring it in from the side, probably siding 1 Legendary Fisherman out to bring at least one of them in. Just depending on the matchup, if you're running into an aggro matchup, it could be pretty good. But we don't want to run it just because, obviously, it would stop the Legendary Fisherman since it's a trap and not a spell. All the other cards are relatively standard, you know, just your Trinity, your Double Nobleman, Triple Sakuretsu Armor, and the, you know, quad one of traps, you know, Call, Mirror Force, Ring, and Torrential Tribute. I do like the idea of Mermaid Knight and Bugroth in this deck because they are level 3, so Bugroth can just kind of attack, you know, behind your opponent's Spy or Dekoichi, whatever monsters they might have on the field, and then Mermaid Knight can just kind of clear up bigger boards, depending on what your opponent's running. You know, if they have Scapegoats, that can clear pretty easily. The Aqua Spirits, you could probably cut one of these just because they're, I feel like, best when you're running kind of a higher Tribute water deck, and we don't really have Tributes besides Legendary Fisherman, but you don't really want a Tribute for him anyways, you just want to normal summon him. So this is our deck, what we're going to be running with today. Side deck, you know, nothing too crazy. We're not even going to bother talking about it. I just want to get into the recording of matches right now. Someone did actually ask, and I really appreciate it, and I apologize for not having your comment, but you know, they wanted to support me on TCGPlayer, and I am, if you guys actually have, you know, ever appeared into the bottom left corner, I believe it's still active. I don't know if it ever goes away, but years ago I did get my TCGPlayer affiliate link, which was really cool. Granted, my community was much smaller than it is now, and it's not like it didn't turn into much. I always appreciated any support, though I don't know if I ever actually got any. Regardless, to the commenter who said it, I really appreciate you. If you guys ever want to support me like he said he wants to, you can use my link. I will try to keep putting it in the descriptions a little bit more frequently now. Opening hand is Nobleman of Crossout, Amphibious Bugroth MK3, Area B, Legendary Ocean, Mermaid Knight, and Aqua Spirit. I think facing down 2 set back row, I think we're just going to go for the Mermaid Knight and a Legendary Ocean, making this 1700, 900. And we're just going to try to attack. I mean, this is a little good chunk of damage if it can get through. Okay, he has Scapegoats. A-okay by me. No problem in the slightest. And we'll attack another token, because it can attack twice. I don't know if he realizes, because he's not getting rid of another token. We're attacking a second token. Unless it's just laggy. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I didn't even say my line. If you're not having a fantastic day, well then make it a fantastic day, and then you can come back and return to this video. I think we're just going to let this be for now. I don't want to set or play the Area B into a heavy storm. We have a bigger monster. Alright, he's going to creature swap? Okay, that's unfortunate because Mermaid Knight will be able to attack twice. Take 1700. And another 17. Did wait for him to attack just because maybe he wasn't thinking. Like, maybe he's like, oh, I don't have Umi. But no, Umi is face up on the field, of course. He sets another back row. We get Snatch Steal. Well, we're going to have to just summon the Amphibious Bugroth MK3. Making it 1700, 1500. And do I attack or do I Snatch Steal? I'm going to Snatch Steal. I'm just playing aggressive right now. I'm not thinking. We're just going to see if this goes through, and hopefully no Mirror Force. Wabaku. No battle damage, and monsters can't be destroyed. Well, that's unfortunate, so we'll just pass our turn there. Nothing to set. Nothing consequential to set. We do have Aqua Spirit as follow-up if he does get rid of one of our waters here, so feeling okay-ish about that. He gains 1,000 life points from our Snatch Steal. Been thinking a lot about love recently. And consciousness. I don't know, I've been having deep thoughts. Alright, enemy controllers taking which one of our monsters? The nature of consciousness. What it is, how it relates to physics. He's taking Mermaid. And he's just going to ram it into the Bugroth. That's fine. Viewing Graveyard. There's a set monster. I like to see that. We got Mother Grizzly. Okay. So, first, we're going to normal summon the Mother Grizzly. This is 1600, 1200. Next, we're going to go ahead and banish for the Aqua Spirit. Followed up with a Nobleman of Crossout. Doing all of this before using Nobleman, just because if it is Torrential Tribute. He would obviously have had to torrential his own monster. But we're going to play aggressive here. We do hit a Magician of Faith. And now we'll swing for a good bit of damage. And here, I do think, to play it safe, we'll activate level limit Area B. And again, just so you guys know, the Legendary Ocean is reducing these level 4 monsters to level 3 since they're water. Thus, Area B does not change them to defense position. He goes ahead and Snatch steals my Aqua Spirit. We'll take 200, but Mother Grizzly will get us probably Nightmare Penguin. And then Aqua Spirit's effect happens in the standby phase on my turn. So that's why it's fine that Nightmare Penguin. And we get a Mother Grizzly. Standby will gain 1,000. Alright, this is 1,100, 1,300, 2,000. He only boosts attack. We'll change him to... first we'll summon Mother Grizzly, I think. And this is now 1,800, 1,200. Change Nightmare Penguin to defense. And attack the Aqua Spirit. Declaring the effect of Mother Grizzly. And we'll get ourselves, I think, the second Mermaid Knight. And this is 1,900. 900. So much attack changing. We'll attack twice. Putting him at 18 and passing our turn. With a nice, beefy Nightmare Penguin as defense and a pretty solid Mermaid Knight as offense. Alright, he's gonna summon Tsukiyomi, set the Mermaid Knight, but that doesn't matter because Tsukiyomi goes to defense. So Area B, I mean, he has a Nobleman to cross out, but Area B, in a way, acts as defense in this situation from a Tsukiyomi. Alright, he passes his turn, just getting rid of the Mermaid Knight, and we get Amphibious Bugroth MK3. We will summon it. It is 1,900, 15, and we will attack directly for game and see if it goes through. Alright, we get game 1. Love to see that. We saw Scapegoats, Token Thanksgivings, and maybe Wong-Hoos. The Wong-Hoo doesn't really work. I mean, it works with our deck, for sure. Take out one Aqua Spirit. Take out a Sakuretsu Armor. Maybe Dust Tornadoes over Sakuretsu Armors. Maybe we'll leave one Saku in over Heavy Storm. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm somewhat on autopilot right now, just letting my brain do things. Not thinking too much about what we're actually playing, which is why I know I could be better at this game if I really gave myself 100% brain effort all the time, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm just playing silly garbage decks for fun. Alright, opponent goes ahead and Delinquent Duos, hitting a Legendary Ocean, and I think we'll discard the Legendary Fisherman. As sad as it is, without a Legendary Ocean in hand, I don't think there's point to keeping a Legendary Fisherman, not when Abyss Soldier and Crossout are just significantly better cards. And he goes ahead and just summons a King Tiger Wong-Hoo, giving us a free +1 with this Abyss Soldier. We draw Pot of Greed. Love to see this. Okay, we're going to summon the Abyss Soldier and just attack over the Wong-Hoo, dealing him 100 damage, and then we'll set Ring of Destruction behind him. Was kind of hoping I'd be able to use a Sangan effect first, and he sets a back row and a monster and passes turn. We draw Mermaid Knight. We'll go ahead, summon the Sangan. Maybe it gets torrential. Doesn't look like it, and then we will Nobleman of Cross out this face-down monster. Hitting a Pyramid Turtle. Very interesting. Was not expecting that, based on what I'd seen so far. He does have Mirror Force. Unfortunate. Sangan will search us something, though. The question is, what do we want? Probably just... it's either Nightmare Penguin or Sinister Serpent. I think we'll go Sinister Serpent. Main phase 2, pass turn. Just goes ahead and sets another monster, passes turn. We'll summon Mother Grizzly, and if it's a Pyramid Turtle, this doesn't actually get over it, so I feel fine attacking into it. It's a Sinister Serpent of his own, fine seeing that. Just keeping a monster off of the board so we can't tribute over it, even though Ring of Destruction, if he's running Vampire Lord, that would be not great, because Ring of Destruction obviously would kill it, but then it would just come back during his next standby phase. I would not mind if I see a Scapegoat here. Sets a monster and a back row. We draw a second Mermaid Knight. I think we'll just go ahead and attack Wabaku. It's a Sinister Serpent. Okay. Fine by me. And we'll set the Mermaid Knight just as a bluff. Maybe hits it with a Nobleman across out, thinking it's a Sinister Serpent. And if he does tribute, hopefully for Ryukoki, that would be significantly better. Tributes for Mobius. And we will just chain our Ring of Destruction, destroying that Mobius, putting us in a solid position, especially when we can flip this Mermaid Knight. He sets another back row and passes turn. We draw Call of the Haunted. So I feel fine. We'll flip the Mermaid Knight here. See if we get torrentialed. We do not. We'll summon the Mermaid Knight. And this is 100 off game. He takes 14. Plus 3,000, so he's at 100. We'll set Call of the Haunted and pass turn. I was kind of hoping he would go ahead and use a Scapegoat, but no Scapegoat coming down. But we have beefy water monsters ready to go. So we have not summoned a legendary ocean, or a legendary fisherman quite yet, and so I'm a little saddened about that. Alright, he summons Tsukiyomi, and then just beats over one of the Mermaid Knights. Absolutely fine. Tsukiyomi poses no threat, it's going back to hand. And because we have Call of the Haunted, I don't need to fear Mirror Force in the slightest here. He has Scapegoats. No attacks. All 4. Yep, not going to attack. Because then we're just going to go to main phase 2, use Token Thanksgiving, and gain 3,200 life points. And my opponent admitted defeat. GG's. See if he says anything. No, it doesn't look like it, and let's go ahead and find a new match. I like to always wait, you know, especially when it's fans, but sometimes your opponent's won, you can get some salt, and that's great content. When people are a little bit angry about losing to bad stuff, oh, it is fun. Someone also asked me what the second number after the rating was, and I think that's like total experience. I don't know if it's just like the additive experience as like, so if you gain 24 rating, that gets then put into the experience. I honestly don't know how that second number is calculated, but I know the bigger number you have, the more games and everything you've played, at least on that account. So, like, for me, I know you guys can't see because I'm blocking it, but right now I'm 488, 2690. So, like, it's reasonable. I played a lot on this account. Not a, absolute ton. And we do have a pretty solid opening hand here. A Legendary Ocean, Abyss Soldier, Call of the Haunted, Snatch Steal, Legendary Fisherman, and Delinquent Duo. We're going to fire off the Duo, of course. Hit my opponent with a U2. And hit the middle card from his hand. Hits a Giant Trunade and Little Chimera. Very interesting. I saw Giant Trunade. I'm like, okay, it could be maybe one of the Rescue Cat OTKs, and maybe it still could be. But the fact is, because, like, Cat can summon Little Chimera, but normally you're going for the Milus Radiant, just because that's for Earth monsters, and usually Death Wombat and Guacagere Panda are just significantly better. We will summon a Legendary Fisherman after playing a Legendary Ocean. And then I think we'll just pass turn here. I'm not going to set the Call of the Haunted quite yet because we'd get a little bit blown away by a heavy storm. And Legendary Fisherman, don't need to adjust his attack because he's unaffected by spell cards. So a Legendary Ocean is destroyed by MST, and he summons Ultimate Baseball Kid. And okay, very interesting. He does beat over the Legendary Fisherman with Ultimate Baseball Kid. Kind of sad. And Little Chimera will do 1100. I mean, I love seeing this. Ultimate Baseball Kid, awesome card. And we draw Sangan, which perfectly works with our Call of the Haunted. We will just go ahead and Snatch Steal the Ultimate Baseball Kid. And it is face-up fire monster on the field, not just his side of the field. So, all fire monsters on the field. So again, Little Chimera boosting Ultimate Baseball Kid. This now goes down to 1500, and we'll attack with Sangan, which basically just counters the Snatch Steal. Yeah, it is 500 now. You're right. A little fire versus water action here. Summons UFO Turtle. Beats over Sangan. We'll take 400, and we will search ourselves the Sinister Serpent since we have the Abyss Soldier, which is perfect for bouncing this UFO Turtle and swinging for damage. And he passes turn. We get Ring of Destruction, so I'm going to make a kind of interesting play here. We are going to normal Abyss Soldier, declare, target, send the Serpent to graveyard, bounce this to hand, move that over to him, and then attack over Ultimate Baseball Kid. Also, Premature Burial go, so that stops his Trunade from being nearly as good. And we have Ring of Destruction for the UFO Turtle. I do want him to send the Premature to graveyard. That's actually should have been, because I think if I recall, that was used to summon Little Chimera, so it should have been in the graveyard anyways. Come on. Main phase 2, we'll set Ring of Destruction and call. No problem. Only relevant because I see at least one Trunade. That is A-okay. He can Pot of Greed. He changes. We will go ahead and, unfortunately, I think just have to Ring of Destruction this breaker. And he passes turn. We draw Aqua Spirit. Standby. We will get back the Sinister Serpent. And do I have game? 18 plus 14 is 32. Yeah, we have game. So we go ahead and Snatch Steal the UFO Turtle. Change it to attack, and we'll swing. We'll swing. We'll swing. And Call of the Haunted. Bringing back, of course, the Legendary Fisherman for game. GG. Not GG's. Okay. I do think we're going to bring in Wong Hu. That just seems really powerful. It's Ultimate Baseball Kid level 4. I will bring in Widespread Ruin. Nobleman, I don't think it's going to be too powerful. Actually, no Widespread Ruin. Maybe like one Sakuretsu Armor. And maybe one Aqua Spirit. Breaker might be decent. We're just going to go in with this and see how it goes. Yeah. Only 26 minutes into this video, almost 27 at this point. I feel like they're going by really fast. I feel like at this point is usually when I'm finishing up my first match. Have you guys noticed that when I speak, my brain and mouth is moving faster than I can actually produce the words, and so I start merging the words together? And then I catch myself and have to correct myself. You could say that I check myself before I wreck myself. See, I just did it there a little bit too. Alright, opening hand. I like to see it. Area B, Snatch Steal, Legendary Ocean, Sinister Serpent, Aqua Spirit, and Legendary Fisherman. We'll go ahead, activate a Legendary Ocean. He goes ahead and MSTs that right away. Unfortunate for us. And I think we will then just normal summon Sinister Serpent and attack directly. Main phase 2 will activate Area B and pass. Don't want to set my Sinister Serpent. He's just too powerful and too cute. Don't want him to get Nobleman cross-outed. Summons Solar Flare Dragon, which will go to defense position. I will take 500 during each of his end phases. And I get Sakuretsu Armor. That's not too powerful at the moment. We'll set the Sakuretsu. No point Snatch Stealing. Though actually, there is a point Snatch Stealing. I'll take the Solar Flare Dragon. Attack directly. And then main phase 2, we'll tribute him off and set the Legendary Fisherman. If it gets Nobleman, it gets Nobleman. I'm fine by that. Summons Lava Golem. Okay. Well, was not expecting that. Standby will get back the Sinister Serpent. And then we will summon Abyss Soldier. Goes to defense. Judgment. Okay, he has Judgment. And we'll just pass our turn there. So he's playing a Fire Burn deck, one of my favorite decks, but with Ultimate Baseball Kid. Take 500. Pot of Greed. Standby will take another 1,000. Then we'll activate the Pot of Greed. Getting King Tiger Wong Hu and Mermaid Knight. And he uses Appropriate. Very, very cool. What do we want to do here? We'll set the Sinister Serpent to begin. Appropriate, if you don't know, has to be activated in response to when your opponent draws cards, so you can't chain it or anything to a Pot of Greed and then draw. We're kind of in a bind here. Not a gravity bind, an area B bind. Unfortunately, I think the best thing we can do is just set Mother Grizzly and pass. It might leave us a little vulnerable if he somehow has another Lava Golem. He just sets, though, end phase. I'll take 500. Get Nightmare Penguin. Take 1,000 in the standby. And Ring of Destruction is going to be game. Okay. Well, we'll bring in Mystic Walk, obviously. Maybe even Book of Moon over the Sakuretsu Armors. Wong Hu still seemed fine. Area B, I don't like right now. Dust Tornadoes seem significantly better. And Breaker as well. Take out the other Aqua Spirit. Take out Noblemen's seem okay. Maybe the Mirror Force. We saw True Nade. Duo's okay. Take out like Premature Burial maybe. I'll leave in Premature, but take out one Legendary Fisherman. And we'll go first. Getting ourselves Abyss Soldier, King Tiger Wong Hu, Mermaid Knight, a Legendary Ocean Heavy Storm, and Nightmare Penguin. We will summon the King Tiger Wong Hu, and just pass turn, because I don't want to lose Heavy Storm that early to a Breaker or a random MST or something along those lines. He has Pot of Greed. Setting a monster and 2 back row. We will go ahead and just Heavy Storm right away. Hitting Call of the Haunted and MST. We'll summon the Abyss Soldier, declare, discarding Nightmare Penguin, targeting his monster, activating a Legendary Ocean, and this is now 2,000. 1,500. And we'll set the Dust Tornado, main phase 2. And pass turn. Does put 2 monsters on the board if he wants to tribute for Lava Golem. He sets 1 back row and 1 monster, passes turn. We'll end phase Dust the back row. It was appropriate. Get Sinister Serpent, and it's just game here. We will declare, discard Sinister Serpent, sending that back. Normal summon Mermaid Knight, which is 1,700, 900. And he's already gone. Unfortunately, guys, I do think that's going to be it for me today. I know it was pretty quick, only a 34-minute video, not hitting my 40-minute mark like I typically like to. But we got a couple match wins, and we did summon the Legendary Fisherman. Didn't really do nearly as much as I would have liked. Frankly, Nightmare Penguin was pretty good at one point. Mermaid Knight's great. I think Abyss Soldier is just the MVP. I mean, house of a card. I really liked my Snatch Steal play, though, of bouncing my own Snatch Steal to give him back his monster to attack over it, knowing that I could Ring of Destruction the following turn. Like, that was good, even though we forced out the ring with a breaker, but still, ended up kind of working out in my favor. But that's it for me. Thank you all for watching. I am the Freaky Fish Guy. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.